Douyin's been on my radar for like 25, maybe 30 years. My impression was always those are shoes for the sports school students. In China, select children, often from remote or less developed areas, are given the opportunity to attend sports school at a young age to receive almost the free education and training aimed at developing elite athletes. Those specializing in middle and long distance running often log 400 to 800 kilometers per month. For them, what matters in a running shoe isn't performance and looks, it's durability and being dirt cheap. Douyin carved out its niche by targeting these sports school students, surviving and growing in the market with rock-bottom prices. If you dig through some internet memories, you will see that even just 4 years ago, their main trainer and race day shoes still had super thin midsoles. So even today, among some Chinese runners, Douyin is still jokingly called the bone conduction running shoe brand. You know, like Shock's bone conduction headphones, sound travels through vibration in the bones to your ears. With Douyin, the ground impact travels straight to your brain. So bone conduction running shoes. Finally, in recent years, they've caught up with the trend, rolling out some high-stack models like PB series and Hexagon series. The Speedster series is Douyin's own flagship race day shoe. Today, let's talk about the third generation Speedster. I started this channel to review Chinese running products. More importantly, it's my way of forcing myself to practice spoken English. I'm self-sponsored and money doesn't grow on trees. Whether good or bad, I'm going to give you my honest review without filtering. Let's dive in from the specs. This is a 33.8mm stack high shoe with a 5.8mm strap, giving us 28mm of stack height in the forefoot. The midsole comes from Xincell in Suzhou City, the same factory that makes Adidas Lightstrike Pro foam. It's also made using the same sheeting foaming process, but the raw material isn't TPEE like Lightstrike Pro, it's aliphatic TPU. Let me explain what sheeting foaming means. Most midsole foams are molded into shape, like in this clip, where EVA pellets go into a midsole-shaped mold. Then catalyst and pressure form the midsole. That's the most common method. Sheeting foaming is different. First, they foam the material into a large slab stock, then cut individual midsoles out of it. The advantage is lower density and higher rebound rate, making lighter, bouncier top-tier midsoles. The downside is that it's difficult to maintain a consistent rebound rate across the entire slab stock. That's why in this clip, you see someone using a durometer to test the different spots to show their product's quality. Each midsole has to be paired with one of similar harness, or you will feel a difference between left and right foot. That's the weakness of sheeting foaming: high waist, high cost. So that's something you mostly see in those big brands' high-end, expensive models. If you remember my BeMice 3.0 Turbo review, I mentioned why they rushed from 3.0 to 3.0 Turbo in just 4 months. BeMice also used that sheeting foaming process for the 3.0, and for every 10 pairs of midsoles they made, only 2 matched in hardness. BeMice couldn't sustain that with their pricing, no profit in the end. So they switched the factory and the process, and the 3.0 Turbo ended up less exciting for me. If your local dealer still has 3.0 with that smooth midsole surface in stock, those are legit gems. Anyway, back on track. My size 45 weighs 244 grams, a bit heavy for a race day shoe, though it doesn't feel that heavy on foot. It fits true to size. For reference, I usually wear size 45 in Chinese brands and 46 in Hoka and New Balance. After the basics, let's take a look at the details. The upper is made of TPEE pressed mesh. It feels robust, maybe a touch stiff, with a racing snug fit. The heel design follows current race shoe trends, soft material edging and a bumper pad. The heel cup is stiff, which makes sense for DoWin's target market. These sports school students do lots of track training, and a stiff heel cup helps prevent ankle tweaks on corners. Now, let's focus on the structure. The midsole has two layers of different densities. The silver part is softer than the white, and there's more of the softer silver foam. The carbon plate sits right where the silver and white meet. This plate is flat, no dramatic rocker, no swooping curve down toward the toe. This design helps with midfoot and forefoot landings. They also uses CPU rubber, seemingly optimized for the high monthly mileage of sports school students. After 60 kilometers, it looks like it hasn't been run at all, and with no rain lately in my city, it's been fine on dry roads. But with high hardness CPU rubber aimed at durability, I think like entering marathon water stations, I'm a bit concerned about grip on those wet surfaces. With that out of the way, let's talk about the pros and cons of actually running in it. This shoe needs about 20 to 30 kilometers to break in. Before that, it's kinda dull, a bit boring for me. After breaking it in, what shoe does it feel like? I bet some of you guessed it already. It's mostly like the original Lightstrike Pro foam from the same factory, like in the Adios Pro 3. Similarly firm, similarly resilient underfoot. But its rebound is more like the Adios Pro 4. It's much more of a slightly gentle sink-in version of the Adios Pro 4. But I still feel the same amount of propulsion as the Adios Pro 4. That's impressive, especially since the Adios Pro 3 and 4 stack is 39mm, while this is 33.8mm. A thinner midsole, but more energy return. You can tell DoWin and Xinsel nailed it. You are really feeling the benefits of midsole technology.
تكنولوجيا أشهد إنها تكنولوجيا إلا
I found the sweet landing spot is a bit more toward the forefoot. I'm hitting more on the forefoot than rolling through fluidly. A really nice sensation for me. And I found the midsole's geometry is sensitive to your running mechanics. When I focus on clean running mechanics, it responds really nicely. When I get tired and get a little sloppy, I feel like the shoe is just not that buttery smooth, especially when landing on the heel and transitioning to the forefoot. There was a little interruption. With my first pair on the first run, the curled up or the wing of the carbon plate on the left foot was pressing against the edge of my heel. I took some micro photos, looked slightly concave, not aligned vertically with the foam layers. I uploaded the photos on the shopping app and requested a replacement. The new pair has that curled up plate flush with the foam. I didn't expect such a tiny manufacturing variance to cause real discomfort. So if you are getting this, check that spot. Test the heel strike before logging miles. Before wrapping up this video, I want to talk about DoWin's lineup for 2025. 3 of these I've worn, 2 I haven't. Let's start with the Hexagon 2, which some of you guys asked about. DoWin officially slotted as a speed trainer. From my short experience, its Suitor F2 midsole, actually it's F square, has that somewhat similar resilient feeling to the original Lightstrike Pro foam in the Adios Pro 3 or the Evo SL, but without the same energy return. For my audience who can purchase Douyin running shoes, I'm guessing most of you probably have access to Taobao or even the Pinduoduo app. When comparing prices on those apps, the Hexagon 2 doesn't really stand out against the competitors like the Li-Ling Red Harry 8 Pro, which occupies a similar position in Li-Ling's lineup. I had to say I just tried it at home, but I still decided to return it. Based on my short indoor test, the Hexagon 2 just didn't perform as well as the Red Hare 8 Pro, and it wasn't any lighter either. Now moving to the Speedster series. We've already talked a lot about the Speedster 3, but I want to mention the Speedster 2. That's a really great shoe. In my opinion, it's basically a budget version of Hoka Rocket X2. They feel similar underfoot, especially for heel strikers. It's a bit softer than the Speedster 3, making it suitable for more runners. I think it rolls through more smoothly and efficiently when heel striking compared to the Speedster 3. The Speedster 2 has become more affordable since the third generation launched, making it seem like a great value option. Next, the PB Pro. Positioned as an ultra-light race day shoe for elite runners targeting sub-240 marathon. This one is seriously impressive. For me, it's way more running efficient. My heart rate drops by about 5 to 8 BPM at the same pace compared to other shoes. I'll be making a video about it once I've put 200 kilometers on it to test its durability. As someone with full-time job and 200 monthly mileage, this means a whole month running to it while testing other shoes. So bear with me. The other two models in the lineup, the PB4 and Critical 3. The PB4 is positioned as a second-tier race day shoe, while the Critical 3 is for jogging and walking, a cushioned shoe. The PB4 has been trending online, though nobody in my circle has worn it. I just placed an order for the PB4, so I might have it by the time this video drops. If you want to hear my first impressions, leave me a comment. Okay, that's it. That's the rundown of Douyin's 2025 lineup. As always, let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these shoes or tips for improving English speaking. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I'll be bringing more on Chinese running products. Follow if you are interested, and hope you have a good one.